Your money pages can disappear from Google in hours, and Google often won't even email you. Today we are talking about the DMCA fake attacks, how bad faith copyright notices became a weapon against iGaming SEO, why the second strike is the real trap, and what a 24-hour defense looks like in 2026. Our guest has counter-noticed around 1,000 URLs and co-built the tool operators are using to catch takedowns earlier. Ivana Flynn, co-founder of DMCABoss. Welcome to Where Is My Money podcast. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to Where Is My Money podcast, the show where we break down what actually moves the numbers in marketing, iGaming, and digital business. Live on the PKAds YouTube channel. Today we have a guest who spent 16 plus years in the most competitive corners of search, operator side, affiliate side, conference stages, and right now she is deep in the fight against fake DMCA takedowns. Ivana Flynn, co-founder of DMCABoss, co-founder of the iGaming SEO Boardroom, joining us from Malta. Ivana, great to have you on air. Tell us who you are a little bit. We all know who you are, but a little bit for our new viewers. What are you building and how you ended up becoming the person people call when their pages vanish from Google?
Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I'm Ivana Flynn, and I'm an SEO enthusiast. I work with SEO. I always loved to find a way to be more visible. And lately it's changed. It's find a way how to stay visible. So that's how it came to me. I had a client saying, like, I don't know what's happening to me. Like, my pages are gone. This was in 2024. It's the first time I heard of the MCAs. And I looked at it like, I have no clue what this is. And I thought that's the end of it. Somehow they took care of it. And then this year and last year, it just started to go crazy. And I get lots of clients like, can you help? Can you help? So I, rolled up my sleeves and got dirty with it and I figured it out. But it's like every week I find something new. And I think I know it all. And then some new attack happens right now. The stacking of the DMCs is super, super popular. We'll get into it. So I would love to say I know it all, but I don't because I'm sure next week there'll be something I never heard of before. But yeah, DMCA is the fight of 2026.
That's how it works. Quick question before we start. You're in Sliema, Malta, and basically it's iGaming headquarters. When someone at a conference asks, what do you do now? Is it only DMCA, as you mentioned, or you also a SEO consultant? What is your main vision of your profession and iGaming enthusiasm, as you mentioned?
I am still an SEO person. I still do a lot of SEO. DMCA is added to it because it is fight for visibility, and visibility is SEO. And when your organic traffic is gone, you as an SEO expert, you are responsible to bring it back. So I see it as a part of SEO. A little bit paralegal work as well, but well, that's it. And then we started iGaming SEO Boardroom, where we talk about all of these things and train people like this is DMCA, this is what you do with it. And it came from clients saying like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what these attacks are. I don't know how to work with all the black hat tactics. So that's where we discuss all of this and prepare our clients to survive out there in wild. That's why it's wild, wild west right now. It's such a nice thing, wasn't it? It's like of nice industry, a few not nice people, but more of a gentleman agreement between all of us. I hope this is a ladies and gentlemen agreement in 2026, I think we should say. And suddenly there are a few people just starts attacking each other and then people get pissed off, they attack them back, and it's not nice anymore. It's just living in a war zone, really.
Yeah, actually, I can totally confirm this point of view. But in simple words, before we go deep into this DMCA, what is DMCA in simple words for those who doesn't know what is it?
DMCA, in its essence, is really good thing. So in 1998, Bill Clinton signed a bill called Digital Marketing Copyright Act. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, to protect our work online because we started to publish everything online. So if somebody's stolen your online work, there would be something to protect you, and it's deep in US legislation. But I'm sure he didn't think, and in 2024, 5 or 6, there'll be an SEO thinking, well, I'm going to weaponize this and take down all my competitors. So what is happening is that you go to Google takedown form and say, I own this content, even if you don't, and take your competitor down, and they are delisted from Google and they're gone. Their visibility is gone. So we weaponized a very good thing into a really bad thing. And because Google needs to act, because it's in US legislation, they just take you down. And if you want your pages back, you need to prove that you did not steal. Completely upside down, but that's what it is.
Thank you for sharing. So let's make a picture to the audience. Your best money page was ranking well. Yesterday it was getting clicks. Today traffic is basically zero. On Google Search Console still shows that URL is indexed and no manual penalty, no big algo update. What just happened and why doesn't Google just tell you about it?
Because they don't have to. There is thing that you know how you have the notification in Google Search Console. Sometimes it happens that there will be removals and Google will tell you we had complaints about this, and we might act on it. Many times it's not acted on yet. Many times it's acted on. Many times things are acted on and you don't know because they are not sending you everything. So that's the problem. You sometimes don't even know. If it's in Google Search Console, if they're sending you emails, you're the lucky one and you actually know what's going on. But if you don't know, you just need to start to look around and you might find that it is DMCA. I have clients many times asking like, what happened? My first thing is like, let me check for DMCAs. Usually it is that. And yeah, it is a very nasty practice and Google doesn't really help us with recoveries or even letting us know that this is happening. Very, very sad reality.
That's it. And as you mentioned, it's those DMCA's attacks that feel like an affiliate horror story, just between several affiliates. And now it's hitting regulated operators and teams spending serious money on those DMCA attacks. So what is your opinion? Why did fake DMCA become such a default weapon in iGaming industry, in our industry? And is it still mostly affiliates or is it everyone fair play, I would say, for everybody?
Everybody is a target right now. Sometimes I have one of the biggest names on our industry coming to me and I'm looking like, I get it that some smaller affiliates get taken down, but they are known to have every license, massive compliance team, massive legal team, and they are still taken down because Google just does not care. And it's not just our industry. Really, our industry is just one of many. Adult industry is under massive attack. I mean, that is even more than us. And as well, people that want to silence the truth would attack even magazine pages like Press Gazette is under attack because they wrote about something that someone doesn't want to be known for. And you're like, okay, seriously? Why is it so successful? Because it's very, very cheap. Negative SEO, all these attacks we know about for years, either links or UGCs, DDoS attacks, negative CTR attacks, all of that is happening, usually in a combination because nothing works that amazingly. And it's a lot of money. That's thousands of euros to take your competitor down. And usually you need to combine, like, okay, we'll send them some negative CTR, and then we combine with DDoS attacks, and then you suddenly start to drop. You're not completely de-indexed, but you start to drop. DMCA take few seconds to fill in. It's basically free, just takes a little bit of your soul and spine, and then it's gone. It's completely delisted and it's gone. You're not dropping, you're just gone. And first of all, you need to figure out what's going on, and second of all, you need to figure out how to get it back. And that's time. The more you are down, more your rankings are suffering. So even if you manage to recover it, you might lose some rankings. And if you get this repetitive attacks, this stacked DMCAs that somebody just submits 20 of them at a time and Google just goes one by one and you recover and you are happy, and then 2 hours later it's gone again. If you even know how to recover these repetitive attacks, because Google doesn't have a form for that, then you are more down than up and your rankings are suffering. You are position 1, now you're position 7. That is a huge, huge amount of money. So even if you recover, because you are being down, you have downtime, you might actually really lose money even after recovering it. I'm not saying don't recover, you still need to recover, but the attacks are very well designed. There's a perfect architecture behind it. These people are clever. They really are clever.
We will come back to the recovery, but to clarify this, do attackers need to clone your site first to make a fake claim stick, or can they fire completely empty notices? How does it work, those
There
DMCA
was a
attacks?
time where they at least had the decency to clone your website. By now, nothing. They just put some random URL that you're cloning from this to this. Worst one that I'm seeing lately is URLs from the website you claim that's stolen. So let's say you have got pkeds.com/casino, and you claim that this URL is stolen from pkeds.com/casino1. So you stolen from yourself, and then you had the decency to test Google about it because you want to be indexed. And Google doesn't check, they just take it down. The notices are so super sloppy. You can claim anything, like you claiming any magazine stolen from you, any LinkedIn page stolen from you, and Google doesn't have a system in place. They just de-index you. It is very scary because if there would be at least check, like, is there actually copyright issue? That would be one thing. But no, they just take it down. The claims are horrible, and it's even worse than Google acts on it. And I started to see this same domain, and I'm like, how? And I followed up with Google because I am an annoying person. And when I find something, I need to understand it. So I wrote to them, and I just keep getting a reply with AI like, use this form. We don't understand what you need from us. Like, completely no human looking into it. If a human looked into it, that would be great. But unfortunately, it is AI, and the AI does not know. The AI is not going to take over anytime soon. Trust me, it's not.
Not in the nearest future, at least. So you said on iGaming Daily something that stuck with me. Roughly, attackers take about 35 days of your revenue and let you celebrate when you recover, then take the page down again. So walk us through the timeline: hours, days, weeks. Where does the money actually burn with those attacks?
Right now, they don't let you breathe at all. They take you down. Submitting the fake DMCA takes literally a minute. And then usually the Google claims that the recovery time is 10 to 14 days. That was in a times when it was not abused like that. Right now, if you go to the long queue, it takes 3 months plus. So it's important to have a system to get to the short queue that it's 12 to 24 hours. If you are going for 12 hours, most likely Google will not realize, users will not realize, and your revenue is fine. But if you are down for 3 months, just one quarter, that's it's gone. And even if it's just one page, it was the main money page, but they don't go for one page. They go for half of your website. They figure out which are the most important and valuable URLs, and they take those down. And now you, of course, think I recover, but they have automation. In the moment you recover, they just send it to you again. So, you are down again. So the money is disappearing, and Google does not care. They're not going to help you. And the time for taking it down and the penalties they can face are not existent. When you are taking something down, you don't have to claim anything, you just take it down. When you are recovering, your name, your address, your phone number, and I use my real ones because I am a real person. Trust me, if they could, urine sample would be required. It's not. And then you go through the CAPTCHA. That's a lot of fun. But good news is that I figured out how to survive attack of any robots. We just hide in cars. They seem to have a huge problem with it. Or for the advanced ones, you climb traffic lights. They cannot recognize them. So, there is a bright future. We at least learned that how to survive if the robots are real. No, but seriously, it's annoying. The recoveries are annoying, and you recover and you're back down again. So your revenue is gone. There are ways to protect yourself. You can go to DMCA.com and register your pages. Doesn't work 100%, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, let's go into the part Google's system wasn't built for. You recover the URL. Google even tells you the claim was invalid.
Yeah.
Then days later, same URL, new fake DMCA attack. What happens when you try to counter notice the second time?
This is it. You will get a notice saying Do not submit previously submitted URLs because they know they already recovered you, yet they keep taking you down because they don't know they already took you down. So you are allowed to do same attacks on the same URL 2, 3, 4, 20 times, but you are not allowed to recover it. So people try to go through legal forms. And of course, legal form will just look at it and say, oh, this is a copyright claim. Go to the counter notice. You go to counter notice. Well, you no, go to legal, and you are in an endless loop. I figure out a little trick for it because after doing this many, you need to develop trick for everything that is happening. So there are ways to recover it. But Christ, Google needs to fix that. If they're going to be allowing repetitive attacks, they need to give us forms for repetitive recoveries.
So how do you cure those accidents the second time claim? What are the tools do you use?
That is sort of like a know-how, so I'm not going to share that one.
Okay, if you would like to know more about it, we will leave contacts of Ivana Flynn in the description below, and I'm sure on private session or consultation you can share those knowledge or at
Absolutely,
least
because I'm
help
afraid
to
the moment
recover.
I do it, the attackers will somehow manage to hack it. So that's why I'm
Yes,
keeping
sure.
it.
Once you mentioned the second day, you lose this tool. That's
Exactly.
obviously.
So we want to make sure that
Yeah.
attackers don't know that we know, because I'm sure they will create a system that will block this completely. So I'm not sharing it publicly because you never know who's listening.
That's very smart approach. Appreciate it. So after restoring those pages, those claimed pages, how many days or hours does it take to climb back with your positions in search?
Usually you get the email saying it was invalid and we're recovering you within 12, 15 minutes. This is part one. There is a DMCA recovery team that lifts the DMCA claim. And then it needs to go to the indexation team. That's a completely different story. And then it takes, I always say 12 to 24 hours just to be safe. Sometimes it happens in 3 hours. Like it's very random, but 12 to 24 is very safe to say. And as well, it could happen because there are two different teams that you submit it get lifted, and then nothing happens because it gets lost in the queue or the team forgets to act on it. So if it's longer than 36, 48 hours, it is stuck and you need to nudge the system a little bit to tell them hello, which usually means I just send email to the recovery emails and tell them like this claim is there and there. They don't ever reply to you, but they are aware of it and they will in the end push it to go live. But it happens. There is a chance, one in let's say 50, that you recover and yet you don't recover because again the system is super broken.
That's it. Do you think is there any chance Google will like repair this system in future?
I really truly hope, because I understand they need to act according to legislation. Nobody's telling them don't, but knowing that you already recovered this URL 10 times and you agree the content is original and then attack it 11 times, they need to fix that system. We know they know half of it because we get emails saying you already acted on those. So it will be lovely if they know the attackers already acted on those. I think it wasn't designed in a mind of being used as an attack weapon. So it wasn't properly tested for that. They didn't understand this can happen. Why would they? They are not nasty people. So the system is designed like it goes through and then it stays. And I think now, as we're complaining this much online, I hope somebody from Google is listening. They will start to think to redo the system. Like either you allow the repetitive attacks and you give us form for repetitive recoveries, or you don't allow repetitive attacks. Simple as that. As well, ask the attackers for ID. Maybe if they need to submit a real ID or business information or do some facial recognition, they will not go through the attacks because the attacks are fake. And if if the takedown is real because someone really stolen from you, you will be completely okay to give your ID because you are doing nothing wrong. So the system needs improvement. It needs to be in place, but it needs fixing. They need to realize how nasty some people in some industries could be. And yeah, it's difficult to comprehend that somebody has this in them to actually make living out of attacking others. Congratulations, you are a horrible person. But they exist. So we need to, on the other hand, keep fighting.
I believe they will launch this tool finally because on YouTube I have quite a similar issue. I would say this copyright claim. For example, I'm using a licensed music. I have a license for that, I launch it, I got a claim, your music is not licensed, I provide them a license. Several months later, they send me a claim again, you're using not licensed music. I share a document with them, I use a licensed music, and that continues, But at least I have an opportunity to
Mm.
claim my license second, third time, as many times as I need. And as far as they have this on YouTube, I hope at least they will have the similar tool on Google. I hope so. To
Here
Google
is us
managers
hoping.
who watch this video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll be fantastic because the system just needs a little bit of fixing because it's not
exactly.
designed for what we are doing with it. It was never designed for that. Why would it?
Exactly.
You know,
Yes, yes. And talking about operators, I'm pretty sure not all of them are aware of those DMCA attacks or the traffic is going down. Based on your expertise, on your portfolio maybe of operators, how many of those at least knows that there is some issues with DMCA on their side?
I think quite a lot are aware now because we talk about it, we write about it, and a lot of them are jumping on the DMCA boss and they require more URLs. So I know that they are having this issue. And it's said that huge names can be attacked as well. I find it absolutely ridiculous. So I would say by now, most of them are fully aware of it. In the beginning, it was an affiliate game, as you said, but right now the affiliate need to sell traffic to someone, so they want you gone as well, you know. And I'm very sorry, but in our industry, we are stupid. We know exactly who is behind the attacks, and we keep paying them for traffic. If we would, agree that 90% of these attacks, we know where they're coming from, we know what their goal is. If operators would just stop working with the well-known offender, then it would be fantastic. They will get the traffic from okay affiliates, and this one will hopefully learn their lesson. But we are greedy, we see money. This is not going to happen.
You are going to share any names of those attackers or no?
No, because you say it and they are evil. They will just, you will summon an evil. And I'm sure then they will attack either my LinkedIn or YouTube or you. So let's not name them because they are
Exactly, exactly.
really, they are really not nice people. And they are not
So
worth it of
compare
mentioning them. And I think everybody who is in our industry knows. So you know what?
everybody knows,
I really always say
unfortunately, yes.
karma will get them. Karma will get them.
Hope so, hope so. So comparing operators and affiliate losses because of those DMCA attacks, who lost like the biggest amount of money of profit? What do you think, operators or affiliates on those attacks?
I think it's the same because when you think of operator website, they in reality have 4 or 5 pages. They make them money because of how very difficult the platforms are. So they usually have like sportsbook, casino, live casino on the front page. So if you attack these four, there's less pages but more damage. Affiliates have more pages, so we need to do bigger attacks and the traffic is spread. But if you take them all down, it's a huge damage. So I think they are all
Exactly.
suffering massive losses. I cannot tell you this one is more and this one is less. I think they're all, once you are under attack, you feel it. You really feel it.
Unfortunately. So once you've said publicly you've counter noticed close to 1,000 URLs, what are the biggest, most repetitive mistakes you see when teams try to recover, and the ones that turn a 24-hour fix into a 6-week nightmare?
Those are beautiful times when I claimed thousands. I was like, oh, I'm doing around 70 a day. Now I'm over 100 every day. And most of them are these repetitive ones. Biggest mistakes, people write essays. They write essays. They don't tell you, this happened. I need you to recover this. This is why. It's an AI on the other hand. And I said many times, it's very stupid. I mean, you need to make them understand this is a car 6 times in a row. You know what I mean? It's a stupid AI. So make it easy. Tell them this happened. This is the URL. This is the Lumen claim. I usually do an archive link if it is, and I ask them to recover. And that's it. Then they crawl it. They figure out what you want from them. I doubt they really check if the content is original, and then it passes. If it gets to the long queue, which sometimes, if you are writing these long essays, it's going to happen. Sometimes it happens even if you are very precise because it gets like, think of it like random selection at the airport. 1 in 1,000 simply gets checked for bombs. Usually I am the 1 in 1,000, like probably my looks, I'm too dark or something. I'm random selection. If you travel with me, you're not going to be randomly selected. Feel free to travel with me because I'll get it. But there is always this one or two URLs in this, I don't know, 200, 300 recoveries that goes to the long queue. Again, if you wait 24 hours and try to recover it again with counter notice, usually it goes to the long queue. Not always, but because the system is so holy, you can try that. So that's number one. Number two, they don't really say what they want, or they go to a completely wrong address. They just don't know where to counter. Worst one you can counter is when you get the email from Google and you click on that one. That is guaranteed long queue. Don't click on that one. Go to the one with the question mark that we will add to the description here. The one that they send you, that is a long queue. I don't know why, but that's 4 months. As well, they don't monitor afterwards. They think they recover once and this is it. That's not, if you are under attacks, chances are they love you already and they already created this programmatic system with automation where you're going to be attacked over and over and over again. So keep your eyes open and keep monitoring if new DMCA claims are coming.
Yes. So let's talk about the process. Let's imagine if I'm sitting with my SEO lead tonight and we just found, let's say, 10 URLs on Lumen. What does the clean counter notice process look like step by step?
If it's on Lumen, doesn't mean it's acted on. So go do site test in SERPs, and to each URL, you will find a Lumen claim on the bottom, the one they acted on. That's the easiest way to find what was actually acted on. If you go through Lumen, you're going to lose your mind because Lumen is broken. So many times you have got 503 errors. So many times there's so many things submitted, but they didn't acted on it because somebody stacked 200 against you. And you need to find the one they acted on, and you managed to open 2 in a day. So no, find URLs that are de-indexed, go to SERPs, and then find the Lumen, the other way around. And then you go to the URL that is on the bottom and you do your country, your name, your address, your phone number. Then the URL you are countering, I do them one by one. More you do, longer it takes. One by one is the fastest. And then, as I said, this URL has been taken down by fake account, fake notice. This is the Lumen. This is what I want you to do. And this is archived to prove I am online for a while and this is my content. Thank you. And that's it. 4 or 5 lines. Keep it as short as possible. Then you do that, I'm doing it in good faith. I'm not an arsehole. Please take this. And you sign, and it's on. That's it. That's it.
Who is responsible for this process? Just SEO managers of operators or affiliates, or maybe some legal team is involved to combine those letters? How does it look like?
Many times legal get involved because it looks like legal work, but they overcomplicate things. They write long letters, send them printed to Google headquarters. It is digital threat. You need to fight it digitally. So I think it's SEO work because it's a visibility issue. Of course, if you have some questions how to do it legally, is it legal what I'm doing? Check with your legal team. But if you are doing it in a good faith and you know the content is not stolen and somebody is attacking you, then you are doing good thing. Don't attack someone. That could be the tricky one. I would never do a takedown because I never know what's the motivation behind it. So I would never do that. That is, and Google as well changed rules recently. Before you could do a takedown for a client with like a power of attorney. Right now, if you are not the owner of the copyright, you cannot even proceed with the form. And I am not going to claim it's my copyright when it's not.
So if we have those bulk DMCA attacks, let's say, is it okay to send bulk counter notice, like the same message for all claims, or you should write a particular counter notice for every claim? You use AI for that, you do it manually. How does it look like, the process?
I wouldn't
Let's say
submit
1,000 claims per day. It's impossible to write on your own every single
I
one.
wouldn't do them in bulk. First of all, you can do maximum 100 in bulk. If you do it in bulk, it goes to the long queue because they all need to be tested. So I have a system. I create my sheets with all of the de-indexed URLs, all of the lumens. I do badges by Lumen claims because chances are there's a 30 in one Lumen claim. And then I just keep copy paste to whatever I write to them. This was a tag. This is the Lumen. I just then you don't have to change Lumen. It's always the same Lumen. till you need to change the lumen. You have 30 on the same lumen. So I just changed the URLs as well. The archive, there is just the ending of it is a different URL, and you can do, let's say, 40 in an hour. So it goes very fast. Automation doesn't really work because of all of the CAPTCHA you need to do. So hacking the automation, the CAPTCHA with automation would be expensive and very time consuming. So it's easier just to do it yourself. And more you counter, more difficult the CAPTCHA gets. In the beginning, you have no CAPTCHA, then one picture, then two pictures, then, the changing image is like a pedestrian crossing and it changes 25 times. And it's like, some of them are not even pedestrian crossings. You still need to click them. So it gets more and more, and you cannot automate that. So manual works
Did you
quite a lot.
try it at least to optimize capture process?
Yeah, but because it gets so difficult to actually go through, it doesn't really work. We really tried. So the full
I
automation process
wonder.
is not working.
I wonder because recently I tested Cursor Opus 4.6 on Cloudflare captcha. On Ahrefs, I just decided why to spend $100. I will try to do it with free Ahrefs. They have this opportunity to check one website one by one, just out of interest what is going on. And it was pretty good. I spent like 15-20 minutes with this captcha and automated it and got the whole bulk. I'm not talking that it will help with Google, but there are AI technologies which can help with captcha, maybe.
I believe they
also.
can. However, I wouldn't want to jeopardize the process of recovery because I'm lazy to do captcha. Because then it can go to the long queue and then the traffic is gone for 3 months because I was lazy to click an image of a bicycle. So I rather click the image of a bicycle and get it recovered within hours.
Fair enough. So if we are talking about the playbook, let's say I'm an operator or an affiliate and I just figured out those DMCA attacks. I decided to check my pages, my websites, and I saw a bunch of those attacks already on the website. What is step-by-step guide, day one? What should I do and how fast can I recover from those?
I would create a list of all of them, find all of the Lumen claims, and just start right away. And more you do, better. I mean, I have clients that come with me like, oh, we have got 1,000. They are 1,000 in Lumen. In reality, 200 is acted on. So auditing it first is really good. And then 200 you can recover in 2 days. Like if you have a system, if you dedicate your time to it, it's not that much. Just be really vigilant, check if it's going through, track everything, make sure, because sometimes things get stuck and you need to know which one got stuck. So don't delete the emails, keep them in, and then keep checking if they are back live. Because that's a beautiful moment when you see them back live. That's really a beautiful moment of a day.
Correct. So let's say I have those 200 links. Should I prioritize those? Like, for example, those I should counter notice at first that can wait. Does it depend only on the traffic volume which I had on those pages, or are there any other hidden things, I would say?
I always prefer to counter them all because if you leave uncountered notices, Google thinks you don't care because you stolen, so they derank your website altogether. So I would start with the most important traffic pages, of course, because you want them first to be back, but I would do all of them. I would work my way through all of them. Because even like people say like, oh, but those bring me like only 70 clicks a month. Yeah, but you have got 200 of these pages, which altogether is a lot of clicks. And second of all, if you don't clean it up and you clean up only 2 pages, what is Google thinking? They care for 2 pages, rest they don't care for, therefore not good result. I'm going to derank. So clean website is always better because when you think how ranking of the website works, content times links or authority times trust, then plus things like soft metrics and minus spam. So if you keep spam on your website, it's going to hurt you sooner or later. And doesn't matter if it's DMCA spam or link spam. That's why we are so obsessive about cleaning links and we have got disavow files. That's why we keep watching for attacks because we know attacks are bad and spam is bad. So we keep cleaning that up. So we need to clean up all of it.
Fair enough. So you and Daniel Lux built DMCABoss for exactly this mess: daily Lumen scanning, alerts, pre-filled counter notices. In 1 minute, tell us what does the tool do and what does it deliberately not do? Because I know
Mhm.
people will ask if it decides the claim is fake.
What it does, it monitors your pages. The default is 500. However, we have people that monitor 1 million pages. So the tool monitors all of your pages, then finds all the lumens, check if if the pages are indexed in Google. So they don't just give you random lumens, but it finds page. Is it indexed in Google? Then it will tell you no, but it's not due to DMCA. Check further for SEO issues. And yes, this is DMCA, and that will give you exactly the lumen. Then you can click on it and you can do the counter notice, which pre-fills counter notice we have there, but you can rewrite it the way you want. It finds the archive page, so you don't have to. And then you still need to do the captcha, so you still need to click. What it doesn't do is takedowns. We refuse that. We get asked for it a lot. But this tool is to fight for good. And I don't know how the takedowns are going to be used. I cannot tell you people always going to use it in good faith. So the tool is never going to do that. There are not going to be takedowns. You cannot, even if your website was stolen, I'm very sorry, we're still not going to do it, but I'm afraid it will be massively abused for attacking each other, and that's not what we wanted. We built it because we wanted to help people to actually recover.
Exactly, but I think there is technology already like that, not yours, but there is technology on the market like that for massive attacks, as you mentioned in the very beginning. Yeah, you think so?
Which one you mean? Like the
Yeah,
attackers
for
do their
massive
own
attacks,
automation.
like
Yes, yes,
yeah,
the attackers build
automation
their own
for the
automation,
DMCA
of course.
attacks.
That is easier automation because there's not that many ticks you need to do, and
Hmm.
captcha isn't there when you're taking someone's down. But we refuse to build that. Maybe we would build it just to see how the system works and test it, but we would never. There would not be a commercial thing. I refuse to do that. I get asked, you wouldn't
That's a good
believe
approach.
how much people are willing to pay for takedowns, and I get okay, I'm like, okay, no. And I always tell them, like, okay, but if it comes to going to Guantanamo, are you gonna go for me because this is a fake attack, or are we gonna be all okay? And it's like, oh, in that case, no, I don't want to do that. So if I actually confront them, none of them want to do it because most of them are fake, and some of them are not even our industry. Some just asking to take down articles, and I'm like, no, the article is not fake. There is data, there is research. Just because it's uncomfortable for you doesn't mean I'm going to help you with it. So takedowns are something I'm not going to touch.
Correct. So for those who are interested in this DMCA Boss tool, links are in the description below. Feel free to check. Feel free to contact Ivana via LinkedIn. Also links in the description, and ask anything you want about DMCA attacks. So to summarize, to predict, to make a prediction about Google, do you think it's going to fix those repetitive attacks, I would say? And if so, how much time will it take based on your experience or prediction or feelings? What do you think about it?
I think if they really want to fix it, it is a huge technological company. They already know we recovered this URL. So there is somewhere in a system what was done. So I would think it would take them, let's say, a day to really fix it if they wanted to, because I think the system is halfway there. However, they have no desire to do that. There's just, I don't think they're going to. There was a claim, they sued them in 2023 against fake DMCAs, and nothing changed. It's back in full force. And when you think of Google, even the Google leaks, how they were supposed to fix things and give data and whatever, that's 2 years ago, nothing happened. And this is a US government going suing Google, and Google still is not cooperating. So I think if I ask Google to change things or try to sue them, I don't think it's going to have any effect. So I'm afraid Google does not care, and they're not going to fix it. I would
Unfortunately.
love them to fix it. And if they are hoping to fix it, please ask me. I know the system. I can tell you what needs to be fixed. I mean, they have got these things with people, and it's like product teams, and they've got outsiders because you work in, let's say, a local SEO, and then have the knowledge Google Insight doesn't have. So you tell them what would be helpful. If you're ever considering this, I'm happy to donate my time for free just to fix this, because it is a headache. It is a headache. You build something, you pay bills with this website, and suddenly it's gone because somebody has decided not to like you one day. It's crazy.
Why do you think Google doesn't care about it?
I think Google has got so many problems with their AI altogether, and their AI overviews, and all of lawsuits that coming to them, like European Union just sued them for preferring their own products in a search. for 1 billion, and then they had the the leaks, and it's constantly something. I think they just don't have the capacity. And as well, the system is so bad because they're removing people. They're removing the manual reviews, right? We are stuck with AI, and the AI is bad. So I think they're saving money on one hand, which is creating a very bad system, and they are consumed by all the other things like, oh, they don't have the best AI, and there are other ones winning the race. So they're trying and they're making horrible mess, and people are suing them for that horrible mess because AI overviews are suddenly showing information Google shouldn't be showing because the publishers are not making money anymore. So I think Google is sort of in a hot spot situation right now, as already is thinking of blocking them from reading their website because they have just 60 million a year, and now they want to be paid for every time they appear in AI overviews, which will be much more money. So I think they have so many things to fix that are actual real money for them. That some fake DMCA attacks within iGaming industry is just not interesting for them at all. Like, just
Maybe,
think of
maybe,
when
but
did
they
we
have a
ever.
headquarter for iGaming in Dubai, as far as I know, in United
Yeah,
Arab
but when did
Emirates.
they really care for us? We keep telling them this is not working. We have got all this spam, drop domains, parasite. They don't care. If they really cared for good results in iGaming, they would do something about it. They are not doing anything about it. So I don't think this is going to be their priority. I think it will be easy fix. I think it will be really, really good fix, but I am not really optimistic when it comes to Google.
I got your point. If some of Google managers is watching us right now, let us know in the comments below. We will invite you to the podcast and discuss it maybe together with Ivana and figure out how to fix Google. If you
Please,
have
please
more
reach out.
questions, exactly. If you have more questions about DMCA or something is not covered, let us know in the comments below or let us know on the LinkedIn, whatever you prefer. Ivana, before we wrap up, several questions about yourself, about your lifestyle, to understand you're not only the person who is in SEO 24/7, I would say. So you're living in Malta, and
Mhm.
those DMCA attacks, it happens on a daily basis. So how do you feel about it? Because probably you meet those people who attack even your websites or your clients on a daily basis. So how does it feel to live in such a gaming bubble, I would say? And what do you usually do when you are not in those processes? Let's say your free time. How do you recharge yourself?
It's fun to know exactly who is attacking you. It is really fun. So look, we know who these they attack you from Bangladesh and from India, right? But you know who orders the attacks. Like, let's be real. It is iGaming. We just take it as what it is. How I recharge, I take care of cats. I have a cat colony, so I'm a huge cat person. That's something that gives me mental health, that I'm doing something good. I have 6 cats at home, and I have got like 30 of them outside. So feeding them, trapping them, neutering them, all of that beautiful things. I'm truly a crazy cat lady. So, you know, that's me. Um, that's what I do for
Nice,
fun.
nice.
Otherwise, with all of these attacks and SEO, I'm very much glued to my computer right now. So there is not much free time, but it is what it is. And I always tell my clients, the MCAs take priority because if I do keyword research today or tomorrow, there's no change in it. But if I recover you within 24 hours or I wait a week, that is a huge difference. So we always try to prioritize these recoveries over everything else.
Maybe your speaking opportunities, you speak at many conferences, you have a podcast show, maybe that helps you to recharge also. What do you think?
Absolutely. I love doing podcasts because I talk to other people, not just to my cats. And the podcast is nicely growing. I'm very excited about that. I discovered promotions. And I do lots of conferences where I talk about hot topics. And I have 6 more conferences this year. I have got London, Sofia, Lisbon, then I have Athens, then Chiang Mai. I get invited to Chiang Mai, which I'm extremely proud of. And then I'm doing India, and I think I named them all. But if I didn't, there is 6. And I love it because, first of all, you are in a group of other SEOs and other AI people and people that just like want to share something. And we're all a little bit nerdy, and it's beautiful energy. You always learn something. You meet old friends, you make new friends. I absolutely love conferences. I don't love the travel, but yeah, there's always something. So yeah, conferences are a huge
Yes.
love for me, and it really, really helps me. And I always learn something new, always meet some amazing people, someone I can later on ask for help or invite them to my podcast. So conferences, highly recommend it to anyone who didn't do conferences. Try it. You will meet amazing people, especially on the SEO ones.
Definitely, I can confirm every letter, every word you just told. So this year you are judging SBC Show Affiliate Leaders Awards
Mhm.
in Lisbon. Looking at affiliates from that seat, are people finally taking brand protection seriously, or is DMCA still something they discover after the revenue clip?
Little bit both. I think some people starting to understand protecting their website, protecting their brand, and some people just think it's a snake juice. So it's really 50-50. I'm looking forward judging. I judged last year as well. I don't know which categories I'm doing yet, but I will discover. I hope it's not slots because I don't play them. It's true. I spend so much time playing slots. Oh my goodness. So I really hope it's something I understand this time.
So before we wrap up, one final wish to those DMCA fighters: what to do? What is the best approach? How to keep up with this? All the things.
Number one, monitor. Number two, act fast. And if you don't know, ask for help. I mean, there's a huge community on LinkedIn. We all talk about DMCs. Chances are somebody will know what's going on. Research, there are podcasts about it, there are a lot of articles about it. You are not alone. Okay, don't feel alone. Everybody is going through this. You just done something amazing that people have a need to take you down. You're too visible, so it's sort of like a compliment to your work. Take it that way, but recover. Don't give up, even if it gets difficult, even if it gets repetitive. Don't give up because that's what they want you to. They want you to stop fighting, and that is not an option.
Okay, before we close, if the Google removals team and every iGaming SEO lead watching this episode tonight, what would you ask them to change tomorrow morning?
For Google, please change the system. Check the attackers, make sure they are real people, not just some, nameless person in Bangladesh. No. Make sure you check if the claims are real. Take IDs from these people. Take uh, anything that can help you spot a fake one, and make sure that you allow us to recover repetitive attacks successfully. Fix the system. And anyone from iGaming or any other industry under this attack, because it's not just us, just keep monitoring, keep fighting. Don't give up. In a moment you give up, you're gone. And as well, people think like, oh, it's down. I can just redirect the URL. If Google can find a redirect, trust me, the attacker can find it. So they're just going to attack the new URL. I would say don't do it unless it's really, really, really the last resort, but just try to recover, try to fight it. Because in my opinion or in my experience, after attack number 10, 11, or 12, it stops down or slow down. And I don't know if it's Google saying like, okay, I recovered 12 times, I'm just not playing. Or if the attacker's like, okay, they can actually recover, we're gonna find a new victim. I don't know which it is, but it stops. Eventually it stops. But if you redirect, it's a new URL and it starts all over. So don't do that to yourself.
Correct. So that was Where Is My Money podcast on the PKX channel. Huge thanks to Ivana Flynn, co-founder of DMCA Boss and the iGaming SEO Boardroom, for walking us through fake DMCA attacks without the fluff. If this episode was useful, subscribe to PKX so you don't miss the next one. Hit like, share it with your friends, your SEO and affiliate leads in the comments. Have you ever lost money page to silent takedown or blamed an algo that was actually DMCA? We'll read them on the next podcast. Links to Ivana, DMCA Boss, and the boardroom waitlist in the description. Keep protecting your rankings and keep watching where the money goes. Until next time, bye bye.
Thank you.